Turn to the screen.
What is up, jabronis? JJ back here with the crew. Mangone, Kurt, Ali, Uncle T, and Mitch Snyder. Snyder, first of all, you get an outright correct, and then you practically big time us by showing up 25 minutes late to the show. First of all, good call last week, but what is with the we're just too good for the show and we're just going to roll in 25 minutes late?
Well, I'm really happy to see you've upgraded from the white hat to the black hat this week, so I think that's only good things coming forward for us. But we were out on the golf course playing a little stag today, me and AP and a couple guys. It wasn't the best today, but we're gonna save the rump here for tomorrow when I got Big T in the crosshairs, I think.
Now, I would be concerned if I was anybody looking at your skin tone. Was the sun a little stronger than anticipated today, or did you run out of arrow?
You know, we put on the SPF 30 today. We probably should have upgraded to the SPF 50, but it is what it is.
I would picture a guy like you that's relatively common on golf courses that your skin would be accustomed to it. But
yeah, I didn't go with the hat today either, so that was a bad call. And
speaking of the hat, and you mentioned the white hat gets shit from everybody, but you rolled a winner on it, Snyder. So everybody can basically
hey, winners win. I mean,
I rolled a winner on it too.
It's not your turn, Ali.
Thank you, Terry. Mangone, how was your week last week? Everything all right?
Yeah, thank you. I know Ali, classic, just interrupting Mangone, but we are here, and it wasn't my best week. I ran into Justin Rose with the old WD, but hey, it's time to bounce back. Time to have a good event. 3M Open is definitely a different kind of event, and we'll obviously talk about the DFS and the betting ways to take advantage of this one because it's not your normal one, right? It's not a major, not a lot of good guys at the top, and overall, it's been a pretty good week, and excited for the break too. That was nice, but we're going to be back at it here with golf, MLB, and all the sports going on here at Rump here.
Love it. Now, Kurt, I believe records show that you haven't had a carb since like 1997. However, you're drinking, is that a beer?
Corona Light.
Wow. Okay. Get the party started. Uncle T, everything good in the house? Everything all right?
Yeah, I mean, let's let Ali go next. I mean, my friend in chat here, he always talks about how I get sent to the back of the line every time when we go on the show, and I'll just let Ali go first. Go ahead, Ali. I'll let you go first. I'll clean up again.
I didn't get to say anything.
Thanks, Uncle T.
If you could take a minute away from powdered donuts to tell us what what's on your mind.
Few things I would like to comment on. Dunkel, typical only paying attention to Snyder last week. Cam Smith was my top 20 pick on the show. Wasn't anywhere on Twitter. No, we only highlighted Snyder picking him outright, which was, fully expected.
Was Cam Smith even like plus money to top 20?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, man. Off the top row.
I only take, first of all, if you ever watch me do my top 20s, I've never taken a guy with minus odds. So, anyways, Uncle T and Mangone last week.
John, I'm so glad you're back. John, I'm so glad you're back.
I did have Fat Shane, but I also had Cam Smith.
I love John.
Speaking of Fat Shane, Uncle T and Mangone both beat me in a bet. I will be the first to acknowledge it. Jordan Spieth did finish better on the leaderboard than Shane Lowry, so I do owe them both some goodies. Swedish fish and some lunch for Mangone. We'll get there, but that's all I got to say for now.
Uncle T, don't tell your wife that Ali's sending you goodies. Say
I wouldn't. It looks like you two will be getting that in 2025. So don't hold your breath. Uncle T, before we start the show, any notes?
Yeah, I'd also like to say that I had it since we're all stroking each other's calls from last week. I did have Cam Smith plus 105 somehow over Shane Lowry, right? Over Fat Shane. How much of a steal was that? And I did, on a sidebar here, Dunkel, I did ask you to clip that segment, and nothing was clipped. So I do feel
whoa! When did that happen?
I sent you.
Yeah.
Can I defend Dunkel?
And I asked too.
Could you imagine if I clipped every goddamn Piker T20 bet from these videos?
Dunkel,
that's just for picking winners for the people. It's a good thing.
Let me be your Paul Heyman here for a second.
Thank you.
All right. This is the problem here. We're not going to be like, oh, you top 20, you got this matchup. We do a million bets. Snyder hit a 20-1. We applaud Snyder. We put him on a pedestal here because he hit a top 20. Like, not top 20, a 20-1. He didn't hit a top 20. Who cares about that? We care about the winners, right? 20-1, that's 20 units. That's humongous. We applaud that. If we're going to applaud this matchup and then this top 20, we're just going to be posting things all the time. So we need to
but see, that would be acceptable.
Mango.
He's multiple things before, but of course, the week Snyder picks an outright, Snyder has to be put up on a solo pedestal
because it's a 20-1. He won like it's a 20-1.
Let me tell you something, folks. It's a pretty simple fucking show.
Ellie, how many units did you return?
The video gets clipped. Okay.
What happened to me being able to finish my segment? I was dead last. I took my turn.
I have 3 outrights this season, Snyder.
I would like to follow that up by saying Snyder should have got sole coverage of his outright Mangone. I do agree with you. It was more making fun of Allie about her Shane Lowry calls last week that all came back to bite her in the ass. So
no, listen, you and I were texting on Saturday, though. Shane made a nice run for himself on Saturday. Unfortunately, Sunday he couldn't come through, but he did have a nice run on Saturday. He finished
thanks
the
for
day
that sidebar. I mean, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to mention
sidebar. I had Jordan Spieth to win and Bryson, and they both top 10. How much money did I get for that?
Same, Mangone, you and I were arm in arm. I didn't say anything about that either, so I agree.
got nothing for it. I'm just putting a point that it doesn't matter.
Let me tell you something. If Allie was hosting this show, there would be 12 clips from every show that get posted every week.
Exactly, because each and every one of us deserve to be highlighted for picking winners.
You pick the outright, you get the clip.
That's a type B personality, I think.
I had a good week last week, Dunkel. Thanks for asking me. I did actually have a really good I had a really good week last week. I actually had a little bit of bad run out on Sunday real quick. $100 single entry. I might have told Snyder. I don't know if I did or not. Sitting in third, $100 single entry for $25K, 3 points back, and I fell back. So, hey, no big deal. We get better. We pick winners, and we're going to pick some more this week.
Love it. Real quick, few comments. Otter, obviously noticing Allie dipping the donuts into water.
Otter.
Water.
I'm lactose intolerant, and unfortunately, I don't enjoy drinking a glass of oat milk or almond milk. So, donuts and water.
I'll tell you this, Otter. I don't know how old you are, but once you get to like 30, like milk is like just as bad as bleach. I don't know how often you're tolerating milk, but it is not good for the bowels as you get older.
Uncle, did you say water again?
Circle? Why?
Water.
How do you like Shane Lowry?
Water.
Okay, I thought you had an R in there.
Water.
Water.
AP,
Water.
just so you know, you'll never have to say, please highlight these types of comments. If I see these types of comments, they always get highlighted. Mitch, this is the first week, and you've been crushing it the last few weeks on the show, and you've been sleeveless the last few weeks. I know that we went with the white, good shirt today. Maybe it's a golf shirt. Maybe it's the change of golf shirt for this. What's going on? Why aren't the tanks out?
Yeah, we just didn't have time. It was cruncher time getting home from the event. We just kept on with the golf outfit. So we're gonna still smash here. We're gonna find the winners for the people because we're here for the people. We want to see the community win like usual. So we're gonna provide the winners yet.
Love it. And without further ado, feel free to go right into the course preview, Mitch.
Absolutely. We're here at TPC Twin Cities this week. It's a
Palmer chemistry.
You love to see it. This is a Palmer track. It was built in 2000. Steve Winsloff renovated this track back in 2018 before the PGA Tour began play here. The track measures 7,431 yards. It's going to play as a par 71. The greens are generously sized here. They're going to be at around 7,500 square feet on average, which is larger than the tour average that we usually see. The bent grass greens are going to be rolling at around 12 on the step meter this week, so they're going to be faster than usual. The main defense of this course is going to be the 27 water hazards it has. So hopefully Mr. Waterland isn't here this week for JJ, but 15 of the 18 holes are going to have water in play. The landing areas in the fairway are pretty generous, though, so golfers are going to have some pretty wide areas to hit to. The wind can also be a pretty big defense here as well, as we saw the winning score from last year be minus 15 versus minus 19 and minus 21 the previous 2 years. The wind was up last year. There could be a weather advantage here. Make sure to tune into the Discord on Run Pure Sports. We're going to break everything down going forward. we're going to be in Discord all night, so pay attention to that. The 3 par 5s here, they're going to all play over 590 yards. Three of the par 3s, 3 of the 4 par 3s are going to play over 200 yards. Long iron play is going to be needed here. I think a lot of the approach shots are going to come in from 175 yards and away. Key stats I'm looking at this week: strokes gained approach, off the tee with emphasis on distance. Birdies are better percentage, and par 4s 450 to 500. And then I'm going to also put in strokes gained putting as well, because I expect a birdie fest here, and you're going to need to get hot with the putter.
So at some point early on, Mitch, you mentioned, I think, the name Steve Winsloth. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I Googled him. That dude don't exist.
That was on the superintendent's page, the UCSA superintendent. Did you spell it right?
I spelled it like you would spell Winsloth.
Wenzloff.
Oh, whoa. That was way off. Never mind. All right.
Yeah, you're way off.
Apologies. All right, let's slide into some DFS chatter. Ali Mack, no better week than now to get the DFS party started.
Yep. No. Unfortunately, no. Actually, I put in a lineup last week, but my main one had Justin Rose in it. So yeah, didn't want a dime.
That's a shame. Now, Mitch, since you had the outright last week. Actually, Mitch, before we do, Kurt, any remarks here from our boy Austin?
I actually looked at that. I was like, who's the top right? I go look. I was like, oh, it's me.
he's like,
once he wasn't coming at me, I was like, oh, who is that? It's me.
Mitch, since you had the outright last week, who do we like in DFS?
I'm going to go to my guy, Mav McNeely, here in DFS this week. I really like him. I was on him a lot, like, over the last couple of years. He's one of my favorite golfers. I was off him for a little while. Uncle T brought the great form back for him. The strong iron play is back. The off the tee game is back for him. He hit over 70% of his greens in regulation and fairways in regulation last week at the Barracuda en route to a top 10. So I'm going to be on him. I think 9-3 is a very generous price tag for him. He's 18-1 to win this event, third best odds. So I'm going to be on my guy Mav up top this week. And then I'm going to roll down to find a value play here. I think I'm going to go with Hank the Tank here as a value play this week. He's got a couple good finishes here, 26th and 34th in his last 2 appearances here. He's been really solid here recently. So I think Hank the Tank under 7K is a pretty good value. I think anybody under 7K this week is going to be fairly unowned. I mean, I expect all the ownership to be coming in with the 9, 8, and 7K range. I think a lot of even builds are going to be the optimal build. It took me like 5 seconds to build what I think is going to be the chalk cash lineup this week.
All right, so 2 things. Number 1, Mitch, asking for a friend here. What's Hank the Tank's last name?
Hank Lebioda.
Lebio.
6,900 on DraftKings.
Joey Work has entered the chat.
Joey.
Joey often has a lot of things to say about the baseball caps I wear, and that's fine. That's fair. First of all, bar mitzvahs fuck Joseph Work. I don't know if you have any Jew in you, but or is that Jewish? I don't know, but they absolutely slay. So if you're not going to these and grabbing anything free, your loss. Also, another guy, Matt, you matching our boy Mitch today, Joey. Look at that. You both have been in tanning beds all week.
It's actually
Joey looks so different in his YouTube photo. I don't know what it is, but
he looks half man, half lobster. I mean, it's
Is Ali claiming that Joey works at Catfish? Is that what's happening there?
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying, like, he looks so different. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Moving on, Mangone DFS. Who do we like?
Yeah. Wait, what just happened, Kurt? That was incredible. I do want to call out Kurt and Allie, though. You guys are playing like iPhone pool games while we're on the show. Like, knock it off. Lock in and listen to the show.
She said, I just absolutely wrecked her in beer pong. I just got 6 in a row.
Yeah.
He always sends me a beer pong request on this show. And, like, if you know me, that's like my weakness. I will send cup pong to anybody.
Well,
JJ,
I'll beat you
JJ.
and cut Pong off the show.
The
And I'll
show's
wager
going off
more
the rails
money on
again,
it.
Uncle
JJ, do you remember pre-show when I said if Allie goes off the rails, don't be afraid to mute her? This would be one of those times.
I didn't say anything.
It's Mangone's segment, Allie, not
Don't you
yours.
love that Kurt's over there in the corner mixing legit straight protein powder with beer?
Yeah. Well, he didn't. Uncle T, maybe nothing was, or Allie, maybe nothing was said, but actions speak louder than words. And I'm literally watching you guys while there's a great breakdowns going on. I'm watching you guys play pool or beer pong in the background.
That was a good spot. That was a good spot, Mangone. That was a good spot.
So let me get to the DFS plays. And Snyder brought up one point that I think is pretty good. There's going to be a lot of guys at the top owned, right? Like it's just how it's going to happen. Guys above 9K, they're pretty much all going to have between I don't know, 15 and 30% ownership. So when I am taking a top DFS play up top, I'm not worrying about ownership as much, right? I do think those balanced builds with those high 8s and low 9K builds could happen a lot. And if you are going to do that, you're going to need some lower 7K guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm grabbing Sungjae Im at the top. I'm perfectly fine with it. I do love Matt McNeely. I didn't want to talk him up. That was one guy I had on my list, but I knew Snyder would probably discuss him for DFS plays. But Sungjae Im is going to be a guy that I'm grabbing up there because I'm going to have some guys in the low 7K range that I take some shots on. I feel like Sungjae is one of the safer guys up there, and as Big T said on the premium show today, because I listened to the premium show, Uncle T. If you told me Sungjae Im is going to finish 15th or better, I would just literally lock him in right now because I don't need him to win even at that price because some of these 7K guys could chip it for me. So you're going to see a lot of guys at the top really just miss the cut. You're going to be like, wow, I can't believe Finau missed the cut and all these guys because it's a crappy week. So I'm grabbing Sungjae Im. I feel like he's one of the safest up there. And then at the bottom, I like Troy Merritt as one of those kind of pivot guys in that 7K range. You're not going to find a lot of 1% guys in that range this week, but I think you're going to get him between that 5 to 10% range. And I think Troy Merritt is a pretty good play at 7.4K. So he's really good at these easier courses, and he's got really good Vegas odds too. I mean, he's around 45 to 50 to 1. And for that 7.4K price, that's a pretty nice option. So when you see all these 7K chalk guys that you're looking at, they all just can't become chalk, right? Just a couple of them end up becoming 30 or 25% because if they were all chalk, what would happen is then you have guys leaving $3,000 on the table and no one naturally does that. So Troy Merritt, I think, is going to be a really interesting pivot in that range. And I am paying up for Sungjae Im this week for DFS.
Great picks, Mangone, and great takes, Mangone. It's a good start of the show for you. So keep up the good work. Real quick, Piter. So the crazy part here is that if no one ever negatively commented on any of the blank hats, I'd probably rarely wear them on these shows. But because everyone loves them so much, they keep finding their way back. I will be going to Lids at some point in the next week or so and literally buying 8 different colors because these just get so much of a warm welcome from everyone. And I'm sure Uncle T, you can attest, right?
Absolutely. I'm on your side on this one, Dunkel.
Thank you, Terry. Let's go to you for DFS.
All right. Yeah. Love Matt McNeely. Snyder and I talked off the air. Love that call. I think he's got it back, back where he was at earlier in the year. Mangone loved the M call. So no disagreements with those guys. And I do agree with a lot of what Mangone said. We talked about it on the earlier show. There's going to be so many guys this week, more than other weeks, that are above 20%. So you can't play all the chalk and you can't fade all the chalk. So there's going to be chalk you're going to have to play. But for DFS, my pick, I'm going to go with Brandon Steele. He's down there at $8,300. And, again, you just got to pick and choose which guys you're wanting to play, which guys you're wanting to fade. And there's plenty of them. If you watched the show earlier, thanks, Mangone, for watching. I think you're the only one out of the group here that took care of me. Kurt did listen on the way home in his car, so I appreciate that. But no, Brendan Steele, he's rested since the Traveler. So he's coming in, with a few weeks off. He finished T10 at the Memorial, T9 at the PGA at Southern Hills. His ball striking has been on point. And $8,300, that's going to be chalk that I don't mind eating. He'll be in that 20 range again with the guys above him. So he will be my pick up top. And then going down below, I'm right in that area that Troy Merritt was at with Mangone's pick. I like Wyndham Clark here at 7,500. He does have a couple missed cuts here the last couple years, but he also has a T5 in 2019. He's made 10 of his last 13 cuts, 7th at the Canadian Open. And I'm playing a little bit more of the bomber narrative. So I really like Wyndham Clark down there at $7,500.
Awesome stuff. Is it me or is it the angle? It looks like Kurt is an inch away from the ceiling.
If you let me talk, I had story time. Do I have the floor yet?
It's your turn for DFS story time. Whatever you want, Kurt.
We'll wait for that. Okay. So I got a wedding this weekend, right? I come into my hometown. It's like a 6-hour drive. Come in a little day early. My dad's in the hospital. He's got ketoacidosis. No idea what the hell that is. It's somewhat serious. So he's about to get his blood work today. Now I come home. I can go to the hospital. He's like, his one last wish was, do the bet show. Do the bet. I'm like, okay, fine. I won't come see you in the hospital. I'll do the bet show. You sold me. So here I am. Tom, shout out to you. This was your wish. I'm here. I'm doing it instead of going to the hospital and seeing you. Hopefully he'll be home soon.
I hope he's all right.
Yeah, he should be good. Right, Mom? He should be good, right?
Yeah, they took him out in intensive care today.
Yeah, he's out of ICU, so he's all right. My DFS play is Sung JM. You know, his bad form lately has been the putting. And you know where it's really easy to putt at? TPC Twins. So give me some Sunjay. It's not really like my narrative. This is really like a stats thing. Like putting has been bad, so I think he gets it going now. Value play that's my narrative. Soon you will know. Okay, I got some stats on soon you will know that stick out. Top 30 in driving distance. He's a little scary off the tee, but not this week. He's going to be good. Number 1 in putting, 10 to 15 feet. Putting doesn't really matter here, but that's still a stat that stuck out. 8th in birdies gained, 15th opportunities, and a lot of the proximity stuff, these par 3s and par 4s stuck out. So give me soon you will know as my value play of the week.
I got to step in. That's a great call, Kurt. First off, you can see Dunkles. You can see the gerbils moving up in that brain of his, trying to figure out where he can Google Sung Yo No.
Got him. I got him.
I love it.
First of all, Kurt, I do hope everything is all right on that end of things. Personally, it do find it a little odd. It was like downplayed the ICU there, but it's all right. We'll skip past it. However, again, guys, is it just me, or doesn't it look like Kurt is about to bang against the ceiling?
So I'm in there, like it's like their movie theater room. So like they got a popcorn machine, but like the ceilings are inverted, and it goes to a high ceiling. I don't know who designed this house.
Vaulted ceilings. Kurt would have vaulted ceilings.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so we can move over to outrights. Allie, you usually begin this segment, so why not? Who do we like to win the 3M?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with guys 25-1. Thigala. I know he's a popular pick this week, but when you have a field like this, guys like him, for me, they're easy to navigate to. 4th in the field over the last 24 rounds in total strokes gained. This guy had a fantastic year in more competitive fields as well, and he's been fantastic tee to green during a big stretch of impressive finishes this season. If he can get it done, I think this is a perfect stage for him to do it on. So he is my outright guy for the week.
Awesome. Uncle T, did you notice while you were talking, Allie took out the notepad and started taking notes?
I noticed that. I thought she had the Blues Clues thing.
Yeah. I was right. I'm going to try and build a lineup, so I'm just writing down the names that you guys are saying.
Well,
Yeah, she didn't write down names for anybody else that spoke, but Uncle T, when you spoke, that pen came out.
Well, she's not going to like. Is it my turn, Uncle?
It can be.
I don't want to go out of turn.
It can be your turn.
All right. So I got, before I give my outright, I'm going to give Allie a chance to get her bet back from last week that she lost Uncle T. I will take my outright winner over Sahith Theegala. I am taking Davis Riley. 18-1 DK, 20-1 on FanDuel. This guy has been playing some really good golf. He's rested since the Travelers. He had 5 top 15 finishes in his previous 7 events. Now he comes to a place where he is not afraid to make birdies. I mean, he can make them in bunches. I like Davis Riley, and Allie, I'll go Riley. You got the more expensive guy. I got a 9K guy. You got a 9,800 guy. I'll take Riley over Theegala. Double or nothing for our 3-pound bag of fish.
Here's the thing, and I do like that, but I was gonna do Davis Riley as an outright, but I have him as my top.
Homer Simpson gift.
No, but I have him as my top.
I'm going to defend Allie here, but you can go first, Allie. Continue.
Oh.
I wanted him as an outright, but I took him as my top 20 this week. So I don't know. Like I really like him.
It's got to be one that you guys both like. Allie seems like she likes both, so I mean, don't make her pick against one that she definitely likes.
I just put it on the table. She can say no.
Let's be honest, Uncle T. You got a better shot of a stranger you've never met sending you Swedish fish than Allie.
I like Davis Riley quite a bit here.
I do too.
All right, so Snyder, you look ready.
Absolutely.
Who do we like for an outright?
My outright this week is going to be a guy I've been on quite a bit here. I'm going to move down the table a little bit. I'm not going to take one of these lower outrights. I'm going to go with my guy Chris Goddard this week at 45-1 to win the event. I've been on him every event he's played on tour here. He's had a couple missed cuts, but he's shown some great upside as well. He finished 4th at the John Deere, shooting sub 70 in all 4 rounds. I mean, he's one of the best ball strikers on tour. I do worry a little bit about him getting a little carried away with the driver, but I think the landing areas here are going to be pretty generous. He can nuke it well over 330 at times too, so he's got the strong driver to back up his great iron play. The putter can be a little hit or miss for him, but I think Goddard can light this place up at 45-1 to win this event.
Love it. Love it. And you see how we started that, Allie and Uncle T? He's like, I'm not taking chalk at the top.
Imagine you taking Mitchell's side. Imagine.
This is the new version. This is the new version of Mitch. So get used to it, folks. Buckle the fuck up. Man, go.
I'm sorry. What was Cam Smith's odds last week to win? Just curious.
Well, I got him at 25-1 on the Tuesday show, but on the Wednesday show, he's only 21.
So my guy was 25-1. Uncle T, what is Davis Riley this week?
20.
You can get 20.
So
Travis, who do we like for an outright?
Also, I don't want to applaud Allie, but you love to see her just read receiving Snyder there.
Yeah, just, accepted it and then just like right back.
Love to see it.
I love it. She's got a good counterpunch. We taught her well. But I am going to be arm in arm with Snyder, not on the picks, but going with a deeper guy, right? Like this is one of those events where I think taking some of these longer shots, like if you're building out a betting card, I wouldn't want to load it up with guys at the top. I think last week at the major, it made a lot of sense. Maybe take like 3 or 4 guys at the top, but I really, really like this spot for Emiliano Grillo at 65-1.
Ooh, yes.
You can get him on FanDuel at 42-1, but this is when I talk about price shopping. And these are some weeks where price shopping is pretty important. So 65-1 on Emiliano Grillo. He is going to be my guy. He's gaining strokes all around. If you look besides the putting, we know he's a guy who can't putt. This is an event where guys that can't putt definitely have shown a lot of success. He's good off the tee, which we've seen guys who are good off the tee win here. And he can definitely get a hot iron. He's definitely a real hot and cold kind of guy. Got second at the John Deere not too long ago. Had a miscut the week after, but I'm perfectly okay with it. Emiliano Grillo is going to be my guy as my 65-1. And Uncle, stay tuned. I got an even longer shot coming up for the next segment.
Spicy.
wait.
Mango,
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but the last 2 years, did somebody that was 125-1 win both like 2 years in a row? Or am I wrong on that?
Our boy John was on the scene, Allie.
There you go. There you go. Thanks, John. I thought so.
Kurt, you were just interrupted. How'd you feel about that?
Oh, it was actually my turn?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
no,
didn't. I was commending
Allie,
Mangone there for
it's all right.
65-1.
Honey. Sweetheart, no child.
What the fuck is going on? Anyway, sorry about that. Kurt, outright, who do we like?
Nick Hardy, 45-1. It's a talent bet for me. This is the kind of field where you want to take the talent, and I'm taking Nick Hardy 45-1. It's not really a stats thing for me. It's just a guy I think is really good, 45-1. Yummy. Winners win.
I like him this week.
I like you this week.
Awesome. Kurt, you're
Shoot or shoot.
Kurt, you're a long shot. We'll kick it right back to you. You're a long shot.
So I usually go like 200-1 or something, so I did Austin Cook the other day on the show, so that's out there, 200-1. I did take that. I'm going Doug Gim here, 80-1. It feels pretty low for my kind of long shot, but not that bad off the tee. T7 in opportunities gained in this field. T3 in ball striking, which has really stuck out to me. I think for the model, I put moderate wind, which I think we'll see, and I put easy to average score to par. So all this third in ball striking for Doug Gim, that surprised me. I think the putter is his only downfall, but I think anyone can putt here. So give me Doug Gim 80-1.
Kurt, great work. Great
Thank
work.
you.
Speaking of great work, the current MVP of this show, Travis Mangone, will go to you.
That's true.
We'll go to you for a long shot. I feel like you've been asked a few questions. You've been answering them with a lot of precision. You haven't been taking shit from anybody. It's been a good show for you so far.
Thank you, Dunkel. Trying to up my performance because I saw Joey Work say some hurtful stuff. He even said earlier in the chat, he said, "Hey, I'm here for the guys at the bottoms take." So
Yeah, that was hurtful.
The guys at the top of the show, we're gonna get this thing right. And I'm down to do some heads up bets like us three versus the bottom three.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if you want me included there.
I do want you included. I have an idea we can talk about at the end of the show if you like that. I think would be fun. But let's talk about my real long shot. I am going with Cole Hammer. We're laying down the hammer at 210 to 1. Now, Dunkel, this is probably a guy you're like, I have no clue who this guy is, right? Well, his name's Cole Hammer, easy for you to spell, but he's a guy that he's been a former U.S. amateur, #1 in the world. On top of that, there's been events at the amateur level where he's beaten Davis Riley. Davis Riley's gotten second and he's gotten first. He's a good approach player. I'm not saying this is a guy I'm loading up on for DFS or anything like that, but it's 210 to 1. We talk about how these really long shots can win. And if it's going to be a event that you have to go low, well, what are all these Korn Ferry Tour guys really good at? They're good at attacking pins. They're good at going low. We're laying the hammer with Cole Hammer at 210 to 1.
Fantastic stuff. I'll tell you what, if it hits, that'd be incredible. B-Rad, it's always hoodie season in this house. So, it's not 100 degrees in the house. I'll tell you that.
He's right, bro. It's hot. It's too hot.
B-Rad,
I know it's hot up there.
I love B-Rad. I think he's my favorite follower on Twitter.
Yeah, he's
the
awesome.
best.
Mitch, it's been another good show for you thus far. Surprised for no one. Who's your long shot here?
I'm going to go with a guy I've been on quite a bit this year. He's been pretty consistent for us. He's had quite a few top 25s and such for us this week. And then we're coming to in a weaker field here. So I like our guy, Austin Smother Goat here, 80 to 1. Smother Goat. Real name, Austin Smotherman. But we're going to go with him. He's another young gun. He can pipe it off the tee. I mean, the dude can hit it well over 300. He's been really good at greens regulation too. He's coming off of an 8th place finish at the Barracuda last week. Hit 76% of his greens regulation. Had the putter working last week too, so hopefully that can carry over this week.
Awesome. Allie, we go to you for your long shot. Let me ask you, how do you think you've done so far on this show?
10 out of 10.
Don't be asking her tough questions.
This is like, long shot. Who do you like?
I don't know if you're gonna like this because he's 65 to 1. I feel like he is another popular pick this week, but Dylan Fratelli. I was watching his name on the leaderboard last week, and I gotta be honest with you, that's a big reason I like him this week. At the Open, I don't know if you guys knew this, but he led the field in putting, as I read on PGA Tour's website today. I mentioned in my video yesterday that just under 50% of approach shots will come from 175 yards. He's 10th in the field over the last 24 rounds on approach shots from 175 to 200 yards. So I like Dylan Fratelli as my long shot this week, 65 to 1.
Does that count the long shot? 65 to 1, the long shot?
That is a long shot. That counts. Anything better than 50 to 1. She's good.
Stay in your lane, Kurt. It's 50 or better. You haven't been on the show long enough to know.
She's good. However,
Yeah,
Uncle T, you can settle down, Uncle T, because you still don't know the show format. You continue to give your outright and long shot together. And how is it not a flex to show that you have the air conditioning on? Hello. And also, Joey Work. The joke on you, Joey, because I'm not even allowed at parks. They're too close to you. That was a joke, by the way. I don't need anybody up my ass. Uncle T, you know what? How do you think you've done so far on this show?
I was hoping you didn't ask me. I mean, all my shows are pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you, but I personally think that Snyder has had a great show so far tonight. He hasn't said much, but what he said has been very valuable.
Thank you. The compliments are always appreciated when they go towards Snyder. So good job, Uncle T. Approved.
No problem.
Approved in my book. Good work.
My long shot this week is going to be Tyler Duncan. He's down there 100 to 1 on DK. This is a guy that I like to play when the driver matters. He's really good off the tee. He's coming off the T13th at the Barbasol. Again, I just feel like at those odds, we like to play him sometimes in showdown as well, so he can get hot. But for this here, I think 100 to 1 is a nice shot. Tyler Duncan down there, 100 to 1 on DK Sportsbook.
Great work, Uncle T. Great work.
Thank you.
Yeah, B-Rad, of course, two of your followers are me and Kurt because we wouldn't let you down. We actually love B-Rad, not like the fake people on the show that are like, we love B-Rad. We love B-Rad because we followed you.
I
right,
follow B-Rad as well.
Anyway,
Sorry if I don't follow you, B-Rad. I'll follow you tonight.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
How
he-
rich?
I'm pretty sure I do, but he singled those two out, so clearly nobody else does.
Because you don't follow one back because you got that ratio up your ass.
Allie, thoughts on the ratio?
I don't go by ratios, but he always makes a comment about my ratio. Like, I don't know. I
Uncle
like to
T?
keep who I follow. You know,
Yeah, Dunkel.
minimalistic. Is that the word?
Uncle T, since we do the snake here, you could give your top 20.
Excuse me?
Ooh.
Steak? Would you say?
Snake.
I'll show you a snake.
Big
Oh,
snake.
snake draft.
Snake.
You guys got to clarify when you guys
Keep
get
up a snake, like a garden hose. Anyway, feel free.
I'd like to address something in chat if I may.
Fire away.
AP earlier was wanting Sung JM over Davis Riley to get his Hyundai back from last week when he took freaking Mark Leishman, who I think still out there trying to make par or bogey or whatever out there. But I've actually, AP, we'll find another guy. I actually like Sung JM quite a bit, so I'm not going to bet him over a guy that I like. He may even make my course. So we'll find another guy, slide in, we'll grab a guy, but I didn't want to leave him out there. But what was the question, Uncle?
The same question it is every week, Uncle T. T20.
Top 20?
Yeah.
All right. Top 20. Kurt's going to like this. Kurt, listen up. I am going with Nick Hardy.
Oh no.
Is my top 20. Plus 200 on FanDuel. This guy's got an outside shot to win. I've got Davis Riley as my pick, but Nick Hardy, I mean, he's playing some really good golf. I love this guy. 5 straight cuts made, all top 35s, T8 at the Travelers. He also has a T14, I believe it was, at the U.S. Open. So I like this guy quite a bit, and I think for that price point, plus 200, just way too long for Nick Hardy.
Like, I want to add this. I just don't know if we're going to get like a dick that slides into this. But
Oh,
Where's Snyder at? Where's
Snyder's mad. What's up, Mr. Snyder?
Snyder?
You on the bench right now?
Don't you worry about it.
Where's
Big T, you know who
family
you are?
picture?
What?
Where's
Yeah,
AP's
yeah.
family picture? Is it in the background?
Don't worry about it.
If you ever wanted a POV of Amber Niehaus straddling,
If you turn that camera around, then we're gonna be right there on the
Don't you worry about it.
Tony's on the bench.
Oh my god.
Allie was saying she was watching some show or something. I was interested.
Why do you sound like you have marbles in your mouth? Are you hammered right now?
He's got that eating box. Let him live.
First of all, I don't go to bed at 7:30 like you and Kurt. What the
Yeah.
hell is
Whoa.
Kurt drinking?
Yeah. Look at
You're going to bed. You're going to bed.
Listen, Dunkel was extremely inconsiderate tonight. He started the show at 8:20 because he had to wait for his boyfriend Snyder to show up, and like it's 2:09, and I should be in bed already. Here we
I just
are.
want to know how Snyder thinks he's going to beat me if he can't beat AP.
I'm
I
going
already
to swing
gave you money
hard.
for the bet, and he comes on here like, yeah, I shot 4 triple bogeys. I'm like, well, Snyder, I literally just gave your golf game away. I gave him the money for it already.
Yeah.
So this is my fault.
Somebody in Discord just bet Snyder too, $50. People hate money.
if anyone wants Snyder, slide in. I'll take Big T.
Don't be taken by action.
I mean, Big T,
We're
come
coming-
on.
we're coming
You
strong
win
tomorrow.
like 50K every week in DFS. At least let the little guys get something.
No, I can't wait to kick Snyder's ass.
Wait, why
He's
don't we
coming.
have Big T give a top 20? I know he loves top 20 bets.
I mean, how's good? Is this show private or am I allowed to say,
Dude,
like,
I was mad.
imagine betting a freaking top 20. Like, come on. Pick a winner. My God. Top 20?
So who wins it then, Big T?
Tommy Kim.
I haven't heard that name once.
Well, that's good. No, you need
That's
to
not
get a
his-
winner on here.
That's not his actual name though. It's Johnny. It's like Jae Young Kim, but
His name's Tommy Kim, and he's going to the winner's circle. Dunkel.
well, Dunkel types this in the chat, so people might be confused who Tommy Kim is. I'm just gonna call that out there.
But they should know.
Ju Young.
It's Ju Young, yes.
What kind of
they should know.
couch does
Don't
he
give
have
him
you
the
on?
name.
Is that a recliner? What the hell are you laying on?
That couch
Don't worry
literally looks
about
that couch looks like the same couch from All in the Family.
Is AP like massaging your feet or what?
AP is not here, unfortunately. Dunkel, that sweatshirt looks good.
Thank you.
Kurt, I see why you always did this show from your cell phone. It's easy on your cell phone.
I told you, bro. It's convenient.
Do you have like something holding the phone up, or are you just like sky
No,
high?
I'm holding it with my hand.
Are you sure Amber's not holding
Whoa, easy.
Okay.
Oh, easy. You don't going too much down there.
Oh, Amber went to get the dinner.
Oh my
That's
god.
fantastic. So anyway,
Great man.
Grayson.
Big T, feel free to critique anybody who makes comments.
Dunkel,
here.
do you let them seriously just
This
come on
guy's an
top
IQ.
20s? Like, who does top 20s?
That's
Pick
part
a
of the show, Big T. Don't derail the whole show.
I feel kind of attacked right now
Duncan, you
because
have
my
problems with
one
him.
thing I do every week is a top 20 video. And he's just like,
It's like, Big T's like, yeah, the fuck does G20?
My favorite part about this
like
is
what
Big T.
pussy takes top 20s?
Big T missed the moment of the show where Ali said, "You should have clipped my top 20 win," and Snyder got the clip for the winning the 20-1. So that's what makes this even better. I'm just dying.
What's your thoughts on that, Tony?
This is a good point from B-Red. Your cheeks kind of look a little swollen, Tony. Is
I
everything
think
all right?
it's, I mean, I'm fat. What do you want?
No, he sounds like he's got marbles in his mouth. I'm telling you.
You guys are mean on this show.
Yeah. Boo.
Yeah. Let's hold on. Let's be clear. Literally 30 seconds ago, we've been doing T20s for a year and a half on this show. 30 seconds ago, Big T comes out and goes,
No.
fucking T20s.
Allie knows the truth. I made fun of her from the first video she did about her top 20, so she's lying.
No, that's not true. You don't even
I
watch
made fun of you from the very beginning about those. That's true.
top 20s every
Plus
week are
120s.
my favorite bet to take in all of betting. And of course he has to
There's no way that Papa Dunkel would accept that top 20.
Probably not a fan of the T20.
Yeah.
well, Braves' first 5 run lines are also
What the hell do
very
we pick
close.
top 20 every week then?
Huh?
What?
We do a top 20 here every week, don't we?
This,
Kurt, where
Kurt,
are you?
welcome to the show,
Kurt,
Kurt. Welcome.
Kurt, go back to the closet and get the polo out so you can put your top button on again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kurt has entered the chat.
Big T, what were the golf scores before we continue? How bad was AP?
I wasn't there. It was Snyder and AP went out practicing today while I was water skiing.
Yeah, they can practice from here until Tuesday, and they're not going to beat you.
AP
Heads
whooped
up.
his ass, he told me, though. I know that much.
It wasn't good, but we're coming back strong tomorrow.
I mean, that'd be like Rubio losing to Mangone and then saying he's going to beat me on the hoops.
That'd be
No,
that'd be
he
like
did not.
if
He did
Schwarber
not.
lost to Pujols somehow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so since you're so big into the T20s, Big T, Allie, it's actually your turn to give your T20.
You guys all
Oh, wow.
seriously give a top 20?
Do you not watch this show?
This is a popular show, Big T. I hope you know that.
There can't be many watching this.
Yeah, 69 watching. 69.
Yeah.
69.
No? Like
And
that.
there's hundreds.
No way.
Well, since we all
We had like 507 last week, Big T.
502
really?
were you watching on different devices.
We're at 71.
since it's my turn and since we all circle jerk each other on this show, Uncle T, this one's for you. I'm going Davis Riley for a top 20. Sits within the top 10 in the field over the last 24 rounds, strokes gained off the tee, which is huge this week. I said it in my top 20 video I posted on my Twitter. His short game and ball striking has been nothing short of elite, which always adds to the case. Field, sorry.
Big T,
This field
thoughts
is
on the
bad.
Professional, Allie. For Christ's sake.
So, I just I was looking at Big T and I just see his disappointment. So I'm sorry for letting you down.
It's a good bet, Allie. I like that call.
Why
Thank
not
you,
just bet
Terry.
him to win like a person with
Well,
some
I'm-
balls?
I'm going to, bitch.
Ooh.
Ooh, swing harder.
Okay. Mangone, T20 that you like?
Yeah, we'll give out Brendan Steele. He is part of that AM/PM stack, right? I don't know if Big T's still riding that, so I'd like to get his opinion on that after I finish with my top 20. Bear with me, Big T. I know you're bored, but he's plus 180 in his last 7 events, like in the past 3 months. Brendan Steele has finished, in 3 of 7 of them, has been in the top 20. So I like his odds there, and this is a really just lame event of lame golfers, and Brendan Steele's been pretty good, so we'll ride with him at plus 180.
Is Steele going to find his way into your lineups this week, Big T?
That was a lot of good knowledge from Mangone. I'm with him on Steele.
See,
First good take I've heard since I've been on.
What about the AM/PM?
I've been telling you guys all show long. Travis has been the MVP since the show started. Been saying it from the beginning.
I am a little disappointed, though. He told me no more shows from the Blue Room, and I still see the Blue Room.
I can explain if you'd like. I can explain. I was going to move to a different room, but one of the roommates has a COVID situation, so another person's now in that room because of it. So it's being held off for maybe a week or so.
This is actually a fantastic comment. So Allie's top 20 is the Los Angeles Angels. Fantastic.
Listen, I have not bet the Angels in like a while.
Shut up, Alex.
How long's a while?
Because it's the All-Star break. Of course you have.
It's been like 3 weeks, right, Dunkel?
I can't say. Maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks sounds about right.
2 days sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Kurt, your T20?
Long awaited. So Big T might not like to play, but I like the odds. If I'm going to pick a top 20, it's going to be a plus 600 guy.
I like that, Kurt.
Casey Kadira.
Yeah, I'm on board, Kurt. Plus 600. Yeah, I like it.
Commented that bullshit on
Let's go, Kurt.
Get some odds, kid.
Story time, okay?
If you're going to do a top 20, you might as well get paid.
Plus 600, baby. In the
I might bet that with you out of respect.
150 to 200
I
yards.
feel like
8th in this field. Hold on now. Shut the fuck up.
Big B screams while he's talking, Al. You whisper a word.
Here's a narrative, okay? The best finish he's had this year was when his fellow countryman, Hideki Matsuzuma, was
Matsuyama.
I get the timeout, Uncle. Come on.
Matsuzuma. All right, so look, last time his best finish was when his fellow countryman Hideki Matsuzuma was first at the Sony Open. So he likes it. Hideki's putting his balls in this field. It gives him confidence. He's like, I'm gonna hit the iron perfect today. Satoshi Kadira plus 600 on FanDuel. Get it in.
Kurt, none of that made any sense at all.
That was
I didn't see
that was the breakdown of the show.
No, don't listen to him, Kurt.
That was awful.
That was the breakdown of the show.
Can I say something?
T8 proximity.
Allie, the floor is yours.
Yes. Does anybody else feel like they're in the principal's office with Big T on our show right now?
No.
Like I feel like I'm like walking on eggshells.
That's a we'll see in 30 seconds.
Yeah. Out of there, Allie.
Can you
Get out.
more triple that up? In like a minute.
You know what it is? We all fit better.
Where
with
the hell
six
did Allie go?
Hang on.
And I just want to be clear before we let Allie back in, Kurt. That was the breakdown of the show right there. So
I agree. I'm with Uncle. That was
awful.
That was multiple people interrupting him. He just kept going, didn't stop.
He brought up
Matsuyama.
He brought up tons of great points as well. I thought it was a great breakdown.
Mispronounced the name 3 times.
My turn yet?
Yuma.
Snyder, the floor is yours for a T20.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with another guy. We're gonna get some money here, Kurt. I like your style there. I'm gonna go with Justin Lower at plus 400 to get a top 20 here. He's coming off a couple good finishes at some pretty weak fields. He was 16th at the Barracuda last week, was 8th at the Barbasol, a couple of cupcake fields like we're gonna see here. He's a good value on DraftKings as well, so I like him to finish inside the top 20 this week. He's shown the upside too. He shot at 66 twice at the Barbasol, and he shot 67 last week. So he's got that good birdie upside we're gonna need here. Justin Lower.
Big P, what's your thoughts on a plus 400? Does that play?
I'm gonna circle back to what I said initially. I like these top 20s now. These guys are giving odds. The only top 20s I don't like is when it's like minus 120 and plus 120.
We don't give any of them.
Yeah, well, if we don't, then I'm on board again. I take back what I said.
Listen, AP comes on, bangs on it every week, takes a guy that's like plus 550 and never once has it hit.
That's all right.
Allie.
Allie from the top rope to AP. I hope you heard it.
Leave it to Allie to put a promo on her.
The ROI is still probably better though.
Yeah,
AP's catching strays. I love
Can I have the floor for a second, Uncle?
It's all yours, Travis.
Okay, so here's the thing, Allie. It's not about your record, right? It's about how much you win when you win, right? And this is why I haven't been invited back on Bank on it, because when I went on with you, we did your dumb Angels game first 5, and that one lost. And now plus 700, Jared Walsh to hit a home run didn't hit, and that's why I haven't been invited back on Bank on it, because I took a long shot and it didn't hit. And Allie's mad that it didn't hit for one win.
You know who needs to be on that? You know who needs to be on that? Boyan. The guy keeps running his mouth about all the plays that get given out on that. But how about you get his ass on the show?
Mangone, why don't you tell the people what I asked before this? I targeted Uncle T and Mangone. I said, do either one of you want to come on tomorrow since baseball returns?
You never asked me if I wanted to come on tomorrow.
I did.
You did. And I'm the wrong person to do this with. And Big T knows of anyone. No. You never asked me. You only asked Uncle T.
I definitely asked you.
I'll wager on it.
You did ask me, and I think I'm going to retire 3-0 on that segment.
Instead of asking me, you went, Kurt has the best record on the entire show.
Uncle T is in second place.
I'm starting my own.
There we go again. She's always trying to make me look bad. I said I'm 3-0. She goes, well, you're not the best. You're only second place.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
never giving me any praise.
Big T is 2-0 on Bank on it.
Yeah, but how many units am I up? Don't forget about my units.
Dunkel is 0 for 17.
Dunkel's never won?
No, Dunkel's never won on my show.
Horrible.
Dunkel on tomorrow. He's got to break the snide.
No, I'm on
he
a
told
2-week
me.
suspension.
I texted him.
2 week suspension.
Dunkel, you're invited on my show tomorrow. Money in the Bank with Mangone.
All right, so last but not least, matchups. Big T is not going to like this segment at all.
I don't mind matchups. No, I don't mind matchups.
Favorite matchup of the week. Who went last? Snyder, we'll start with you. Favorite matchup.
I gotta find my guy here. Where the fuck did he go? I'm gonna go with Maverick McNeely plus 150. I'm gonna bank kind of coincide with one of my DFS plays. Maverick McNeely is plus 115 against Tony Finau. Tony Finau is gonna come in a little lethargic, I think, this week. I like the plus money we're getting with Mav here. I actually think Mav's live to win this event, so we're going with Mav, who's had a couple of top 10s here recently, which is better than the form top 5 Tony's coming in with, so I like it.
Kurt, your matchup?
You're on mute, you donkey.
Oh. We'll see you. We'll see you in 30 seconds. Mangone.
See you in 30, Kurt.
Well, Snyder, I have 2 matchups written down. One of them was the plus 115 Mav McNeely against Finau. Absolutely love it. Think it's a great one. Agree with everything you said. My other guy is Troy Merritt at minus 120 against Jason Day. I mean, Jason Day is like, you know me, I love betting against these guys in matchups. Jason Day literally has been horrific with the ball striking and the approach play. So I'm going with Troy Merritt. I love him this week. I know he's high on the Big T value chart over here at Run Pure. I know you don't love the minus 120 Big T.
Oh, I love it, Mangone. That's another good play from you.
Yeah, Jason Day sucks.
It's been a historically good show for Mangone so far.
Yeah. I've agreed with all of his takes.
Did we clip this whole show for Mangone?
Yeah. And every time Mangone opened his mouth, it's just been nothing but fruitfulness. Kurt, favorite matchup? Let's give it round 2.
Off mute?
I'm back.
Where's the polo at, though? I want to see the buttoned-up polo.
Bro, that shit stunk. Like, I had my AC on full blast.
Hold on, Big T.
Yeah, take it off. Take it off, Mitch.
Button it up.
I've never done this.
Hey, Vato.
Is he going all? Is the shirt coming off to intimidate Big T? Is that about to happen?
Take the shirt off.
I'll be tomorrow. I'm gonna throw him in the pool after we're done golfing.
You're gonna throw who in the pool?
Snyder's gonna beat Big T shirtless tomorrow.
Ooh.
I'd retire for sure if he beat me shirtless.
Kurt, about a minute ago, I asked you for your matchup.
Yep. What about it?
Fire away.
Nick Hardy over Todd, -126 on FanDuel.
Yeah.
Seeing how Nick Hardy's going to win the event, I imagine he'll beat Todd.
I'll book that one. Can I book that one?
I'll book that one.
On the opposite.
Hardy over Todd.
There you go.
Big Todd. I actually tried to bet Tambo this exact bet on our show earlier.
He's richer than me, so you can just go
Kurt
to FanDuel.
Kurt never takes a bet.
Just go to him.
What's funny is if I did take the bets, I would be 2-0. That's hilarious. That's the funny part.
Oh, you wouldn't be 2-0 because you bet Snyder tomorrow, so that's not going to be a W.
2-1.
Also, you can't talk trash and say I'd be 2-0 and then back down from the bet. Man up and get in there, Kurt.
Allie, your favorite matchup?
Yeah. My favorite matchup is Hardy over Todd, -126.
Oh, look at the lovebird.
We'll see you again in 30 seconds.
She needs more than 30 time. Give her the full.
Yeah, I'm thinking she gets like 2 minutes for that one. We just talked, and she's talking like we can hear her. Like I just.
Listen, I actually am most prepared, unlike Kirk, is I always come prepared for the show. So let me read my notes. Nick Hardy over Brendan Todd. Hardy's gained strokes off the tee in 11 of his 13 starts, and with his
Hardy's
irons in his
better.
last,
End of story.
which, as we know, off the tee is big here. He's 8th off the tee over the last 24 rounds. Whereas Todd, where is he? 72nd. 72nd. So Hardy over Todd.
Todd's an old bitch.
Yeah,
I take that most prepared personally. By the way, I think I've been pretty prepared today.
Yeah, Mangone. You don't gotta make that comment, Mangone. It's mutual. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. It's been an all-star show for me. Uncle T, last but not least.
That's for last.
I'm usually last, Uncle. Thanks for. I've been patiently waiting.
Yep, of course.
Yeah, I'm going with the guy that we have not talked about tonight, and I think the wrong guy is favored here. I'm taking Marty Laird +100 over JT Poston, or as Snyder calls him, Poston. I think they got the wrong guy favored here. I think Martin Laird has a good chance of competing and maybe winning this thing on Sunday. He has, where is he at here? T3 at the Barracuda, T13 at the Travelers, playing some good golf. JT Poston had his run of good golf. I think this is a steal here. Marty Laird, even money, +100.
Love it. 2 names we didn't hear at all on the show. Good work, Uncle
T.
T.
I took Party Marty for a top 20 finish +180.
Thank you, Allie.
Before we go over the final notes, Big D Joey Works wants your thoughts on my current baseball cap that I have on.
Yeah, I enjoy any hat that's not white on your head.
Oh, God, another one? That black have to be on the
black hat is definitely better than the white one. I'll give you that for sure.
That white hat was horrific.
That hat'll have to make its way back onto the baseball show this week.
Absolutely horrible.
Yep. Thank you for solidifying that hat being worn this weekend, Big T.
Props to Big T in his arm. He's still holding up strong, holding the phone up. I mean, you gotta give him props.
A lot of training over the years. Snyder.
I don't know how Amber's holding up there from that point of view, workbench style. This is impressive.
Don't you worry about it, Mangone.
Don't you worry about it.
Uncle T, final notes, anything on the course?
Does anyone know if AP's got cameras in this place? Do you think he was checking out the show last night?
There's one right by his picture in the room.
Oh, yeah. AP gives me cabin fever vibes. There's definitely cameras in that house.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Uncle T, final notes, anything you want to promote? How do you think you did on today's show? Big T's appearance?
Well, I mean, collectively, within the last 58 minutes and 25 seconds, you've talked about how everyone was having a great show except for me. So I'm assuming you thought I was probably average. We'll go back and listen, Dunkel. I'll clip it. So I think I was pretty fair, maybe a C+ tonight, but appreciate Big T checking in from the lake house. And no, my final thought is we're going to ship some money this week. And who gives a shit if it's a weak field? We're going to still win money.
Love it. Love it. And that was fake news, by the way. You have been pumped on this show at times. But speaking of pumped on this show, Travis Mangone with the show of a lifetime today, bud. Just an incredible work of art today from you. A little mix of art, a little mix of science, stats, math. You were funny. Great work today. Just a great show all around. Anything else you want to add?
Jesus.
Appreciate it. For one, I'm excited to get Uncle T's core plays soon. If you could, Uncle T, please get your core plays in tiers.
I mean, can we get Mangone? I love you. Can we get a hand check real quick after what he just said? Dear
Right
Lord.
here.
I mean, wow.
Thank
I'll
you.
put my
Thank
cords
you.
up right
Thank
now.
you. Thank you, Pie Eater. Good call. Good call. He's up there.
But what I need to know is I need to know a couple things. One, Big T, you never answered, are we doing the AM PM stack? And two, you never talked about like your player notes. Who's got the big noodles and small noodles? I mean, get the measuring tape out and let me know who the guys are with the big and small noodles.
It's all premium, Travis.
Wow.
All right.
Just shuts them down.
Actually, a very good reply, yeah.
Speaking of premium content, if we do want to do the AM PM stack, Snyder has the showdown playbook up for round 1, round 2. He'll have it all week long. We'll be taking advantage of everything. So be sure to check out that premium content.
I updated my note sheet today, too, to have the tee times, and I broke the value column into 2 categories this week for the people. I think it's a nice little upgrade. So if you're a member, check it out.
Love it. Love it. Mitchell, speaking of love, another great show from you, by the way. Thoughts, final notes?
Yeah, I appreciate it, Dunkel. Just what Big T was saying. You got to go check out Big T's nose page. You got to go check out the core plays, the tier plays. If you want to join Run Pure Sports, head over. Use the promo code RPSKeeter25. That's going to get you 25% off your first month. So go out, check it out. We'll be in Discord all night. Looking forward to this event. It's a weaker type field, but I think we've got some advantages. We'll have some stuff in like Discord, like I said, and looking forward to this. We'll have some showdown content up as well throughout the week over on the site. Showdown Playbook and Core Plays will be on the Mayo Media Network for rounds 2 and 3 as well. So looking forward to this event. We're going to go back to back and find the second shipper here with Chris Goddard up, I think.
And you will or will not.
Hold on a second. Who picked Goddard up? No. Worst play of the week.
And you will or will not beat Big T on the golf course tomorrow, Snyder.
Oh, we're coming. We're coming hard.
So, are you going to win or not tomorrow?
We're gonna swing hard.
That's not
not what I wanted to hear, Snyder. Kurt, last. Well, actually, you're not last. Your final notes. I will say this: this room is giving me like Paranormal Activity vibes.
Yeah.
It's really strange. But anyway, your final notes.
Great week last week. My 2 most profitable have been the Masters and the Open. So I'm kind of a big game hunter, but I'm still gonna get up for this tournament. And the first shipper's coming. The first shipper's coming. I promise you, it'll come.
Love that.
That
needs to be a new
Brooks.
nickname. Love that. Allie, final notes. Anything to promote for this week? I assume the Angels will be on multiple of your shows.
Yes.
Along with the Braves.
I just want to let everybody know that this week the Atlanta Braves will be playing the Los Angeles Angels, which is my, favorite series of the year. Also, this is our longest show that we have ever done. We are 26 minutes past my bedtime, but it was, fun having Big T on.
You hate to do it again, but you got to do it again.
You got to say it again.
Big T. I mean, the entitlement behind that statement. I'm 26 minutes behind my bedtime. Big T, final notes. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, I made fun of everything. There was about 13 straight good plays, so I was happy about that. And then Snyder, I find out he took freaking Goddard up, who I think is the worst play on the board. And I see him in his core now, too. Come on, Snyder. You still got like 12 hours to fix it. Get off of Goddard up.
Coming.
Big T is on his phone.
Big shout out to Stevie Pets in the
YouTube
chat.
video on. What a multitasker.
I'm a multitasker, Dunkel.
I want to commend Big T for being like one of the only ones that hasn't jerked off Snyder on this show. Like, thank you for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you can't when he takes Goddard up. The worst play on the board. I can't do it.
Love it.
I think the worst play on the board is one of the 10K guys.
Well, that could be true.
Before we go, Allie, thoughts on Samantha's comment?
Someone's saying that they go to bed together. Who's the clown in the comments saying that?
One of my favorite comments on this show ever, I watched last week when Kurt said, I want to join the what did he say? I forget the exact line, but he said, I want to see that video.
What did he say?
I forget. You remember?
I know exactly what comment you're talking about.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah,
I
something
don't.
about Allie, but Kurt wanted to
Allie's
see
like,
it
I
on premium.
Allie's going to go back and watch the show now from last week.
She remembers.
All right, folks.
Kurt's
Thanks
a
everybody in the
great-
chat for hanging out. Big thanks to Mangone, Uncle T, Snyder, Allie, Kurt, and of course Snyder's father for joining us on today's show. Snyder, Big T, good luck tomorrow in your little golf outing. Snyder, you're a pretty big underdog, so maybe a little more luck in your favor. But other than that, folks, gamble responsibly, stay safe, and as always, run pure. We'll be back next week.